Water is a perfect example of a liquid. Right now, I'm pouring the water into an ice cube tray, and then I am going to put it in the freezer, and once it freezes, it will be a solid ice cube. So when we return, it's going to be a solid ice cube after it freezes. Another example of how liquid turns into a solid is by flavor ice. As you can see, it is a liquid right now. We're going to let it freeze for a couple of hours by putting it in the freezer, and then we'll come back and check it out as a solid. We've been talking about examples of how liquids turn into solids. One example is Jell-O, because first it is a liquid. As you can see, it takes the shape of the container. Okay, so we have a liquid, and now we're going to let it cool for a couple of hours by putting it into the fridge. After a couple of hours, it will be a solid, and then we'll check it out. It's been a couple of hours, and now I'm going to check out what happened to our liquids once they either froze or cooled. So the first one was water, and remember I poured water into the ice tray, and now let's see what happened. It looks like they froze into a solid, because before the water would be dripping through our fingers, and now we can hold it. Okay, so it keeps the same shape and it's hard like a solid. So that's what happens when you put water and it freezes for a while. Okay, the next thing was the flavored water. So remember when I turned it last time, you could see the water going back and forth. Right now it's keeping its shape because it's frozen. So it's frozen solid. Okay, and the last one was the Jell-O. So remember the Jell-O was a liquid. So this one's a little different. It's soft, not hard like the other ones. Okay, so you can see that it's not pouring out because it's keeping its shape. It is a solid, but it's also a soft solid. So now you can see what happens when a liquid either cools or freezes. It turns into a solid.